Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project365, episode 243. Today what we're talking about is 15.1 recovery. Now, we can't control what might be thrown out there in 15.2 later on this week, but what we can do is we can devise ourselves a little plan to recover from the exercises that dominate 15.1. Now, I'm not sure if you guys did this workout multiple times. I did. I kind of have that complex where I do it 2 or 3 times. It's a thing of mine. But if you did, what you'll notice is that the overwhelming majority of us will find that we have fatigued or overstrained 4 major regions. So what we did is we designed a little plan for you about how we're going to that we can use on a daily basis. So we devised a little plan that we can use on a daily basis and throw it into our warm-up to recover the best we can to prep ourselves for what might be thrown at us at 15.2. And here's what we're going to do. We're first going to go over the grip in the forearm, and then we're going to work on the anterior and posterior shoulders, the hip flexors, and then finally the low back. Now we know there's no doubt. Now we know that there's no doubt that the grip in the forearms definitely got beat up real bad. So we're going to start out and we're going to do 10 palm extension moves, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to place both of our palms on the ground, and we're going to do this in multiple different directions. All we're going to try to do is keep our palms down and drive our shoulders over top of our hands, okay? We're going to do 10 in this direction and just about that frequency. Our hands are then going to come out directly to the side, and we're going to do 10 on each side over top just like such. Finally, we're going to finish up with our palms facing towards our knees, where we start with our shoulders over top our palms and drag them backwards. And we're going to do 10 right there. Once we finish up with that, we need to start taking care of the forearms. There's no doubt that the forearms definitely got burnt up in here. With the amount of gripping that we did, of course, the forearms got burnt up as well. So all we're going to do is take our myofascial device, right, and we're really going to drive home, getting in 10 rolls, both on the front part of our forearms and on the back part of our forearms. Now, if you catch any hot spots, right, of course you want to spend a little bit more time turning those 10s into 5s, but if you didn't, you just want to get a good general roll in. At least 10 passes on the front and the back, both arms, of course. Then we're going to move up right into the anterior shoulder, all right? This is something that definitely got burnt out with the amount of support that we had to do overhead and also the amount of toes to the bar. So what we're going to do is we're going to place the mobility device in our pec region, all right? We could do this with the ball, or we could do this with the little nugget too, the double ball that we have here, right? So we call these, 10 ball angels. That's what I said. I call them ball angels. What we're going to do is we're going to bring them over top like such. Place it right where that pec. Place it right where that pec comes to the anterior shoulder there, and then all we're going to do is try to touch our leg, and then come up over top of our head. Leg over top of our head. It's okay if we brush the ground at first, but ideally what we want to be able to do is just skim above the ground, okay? Once we do 10 on each side, we're going to flip around and we're going to go to our hair slick mode, okay? That's going to hit the posterior shoulder. We're going to place the mobility device in the same place, right? Or in the same generalized position, but on the opposite side of the shoulder. And so we get that sucker right where that deltoid, that posterior deltoid kind of comes in and connects on the outside border of the shoulder. And then all we're going to do is pretend like we're going to slick our hair back. Our elbow kind of leads the motion. And we're going to get 10 of these on both sides, okay? Of course, got to pay attention to the hip flexors. But what I do is here is a little variation from the couch stretch. This is a couch stretch, but we call it basically a couch stretch mob, okay? All we're going to do is take that variation from the couch stretch where we get ourselves in the couch stretch position. Torso's nice and upright. Once we find ourselves in a position of tension here, we're just going to use this leg to kind of drive ourselves forward. Not that far. We're just increasing the tension in the back leg. I'll show it to you on both sides, but we're going to hit 10 on each of these, okay? So this is what it looks like from that view as well. Now I'm going to use my left leg to drive myself forward. Of course, nothing comes from the torso. So I'm not falling over like this, but I'm driving forward like this, okay? And again, I don't want to get that big arch into my low back. Last thing that we're going to do is follow up with 10 full rolls of each erector. So I want to spend 10 rolls on this erector and 10 rolls on the opposite side erector, okay? So that's just normal foam rolling, okay? But with a little deviation to one side. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to do 10 full passes, and then I'm going to roll to the other side. I'm going to do 10 full passes. It's going to look just like that. Now, of course, at any time, if you find a 10, you got to turn that sucker into a 5 before you can move on. But adding these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 exercises into your daily warm-up will really help jumpstart your recovery so that you can recover from 15.1, get yourself ready for 15.2, and that is how tonight we are optimizing function to optimize performance.